Well, tell me, when you first saw the kind of uproar from Stella Creasy, what was your stance?
I have to say my heart sank. And that's just because it feels like such a distraction from the meaningful conversation we could be having about reforms that could deliver material benefits for parents in Parliament. You know, it feels like breastfeeding in chamber, it's such a cosmetic and ultimately utterly meaningless kind of request. So yes, my heart sank very much.
And can you just tell us a little bit about the support that is currently available for parents of young children in Parliament?
Mm-hmm. Look, don't get me wrong, we have the only job in the country where we have no actual maternity rights. But what they have put in place now is that for the first 6 months of your maternity leave, and some parties will do it for longer, you can ask for somebody else to have your vote or to be essentially slipped for those first 6 months. Now, during those 6 months, you remain on full pay. And you can go into Parliament whenever you want to give a speech or to participate in debate. So I think when my daughter was 6 weeks old, I went into Parliament to speak in the LGBT conversion therapy bill debate, because that's the bill that I've been leading on. But I arranged childcare so that I breastfed her literally just before I went into the chamber. I think I ran in as they were starting, did the debate for an hour and a half, then immediately fed her again afterwards. There's family rooms in Parliament. And I think also the key thing here is the speakers. Ultimately, the speakers are the one that can decide how family-friendly Parliament is alongside the whips. And the speakers have been fantastic. So during the Afghanistan debate, that was 6 hours or so, I went up to the speaker and I said, look, I know I haven't been called yet, but I just need to step out and feed my baby. And he went, of course, go feed the baby, take 15 minutes. You won't lose your place in the queue. I've had other deputy speakers offer to push the baby round in the pram if needed so I can go and speak in the chamber. But ultimately, my husband's been the one that's really stepped up to support me and the baby.
And do you think it's a little bit OTT from Stella Creasy based on the struggles that kind of parents right across the country have trying to arrange their own childcare?
Look, I don't think we'd be seeing this conversation in any other workplace. A long time ago, women fought for the right to be able to breastfeed in their place of work, but not in front of the chief executive, not in front of a meeting with your clients, and definitely not live streamed to the entire world. I can't imagine anything worse than breastfeeding live to the entire world. And also for me, there is also the security angle, which is I've had death threats against my children. And so I absolutely don't intend to put their faces on the world's media.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for coming on this morning, being so candid in your views, and I'll see you back in Parliament next week.